heading into the weekend series as they once again take the road. Legends just trying to get some momentum going after losing the second game here on Tuesday night. And then, okay. Good evening, everyone, and welcome into Wild Health Field, where tonight the Lexington Legends are the visiting team as they take on the Wild Health Genomes in a game that the Legends desperately need to win after losing two games here on Monday night. One of two in the doubleheader on Tuesday, and then a game that was split between yesterday afternoon and earlier today. Legends also losing to their in-stadium counterpart. So tonight, looking for a win as they try to get some momentum heading into a weekend series on the road. Tonight, the Legends will send to the mound Corsinho. He'll face Luke Becker leading things off for the Wild Health Genomes. As the starter tonight for the Genomes, it will be Beggs. He'll face off against Boog Powell to lead things off for the Legends, followed up by the shortstop Jackson. Tahita will be the first baseman. He'll bat third. Philip Irvin will bat fourth and play in right field. Blake Swihart will be your catcher. He'll play behind the plate and bat fifth. Batting sixth is the second baseman, Cuevas. The third baseman, Montreal Marshall, will bat seventh. Batting eighth, the left fielder, McDade, who was a former Legends player, making his return to Lexington here in this game. And the DH will be Dominic Betancourt. For the Wild Health Genomes, again, Luke Becker will lead things off. He'll play second base. Batting second and playing third will be Jimmy Paredes. Batting third, the right fielder, Sierra. Batting fourth, Chris Shaw, the DH. Batting fifth will be Felix P.A., the left fielder. Batting sixth, the first baseman, Duenas. Center fielder Anderson Miller will bat seventh. Velo, the catcher, will bat eighth. And Rondon, the shortstop, will round out the lineup for the Wild Health Genomes. We appreciate you joining us here, folks, on what should be an exciting night for baseball. A great crowd already piling into Wild Health Field. The Legends and the Genomes again squaring off one more time to end this series. We will be right back here with you for the national anthem here on the Lexington Legends YouTube channel. What a rendition there of the national anthem. Jennifer Richardson there on today's anthem. Appreciate her doing that. We are getting ready for some baseball action here at Wild Health Field as the Legends set to take on the Wild Health Genomes. Michael Watkins here with you once again on a Thursday night as these two teams face off for, I guess technically, the 6th time this week. 2 games Monday night, had 2 games on Tuesday night, and then had half a game yesterday that wrapped up today, and then, of course, this game here this evening. Got a good shot there of Cowboy Adam as he gets this crowd ready for some baseball action. It is Bark in the Park night, and that does not mean Hugh Davis barking at me, although it might happen eventually. I'm going to try. Here's my goal tonight is not to mess up any to where you have to correct me, all right? We'll see if it happens. It probably won't. Hugh Davis and I have been working together way too long, folks, but we are excited to bring you baseball action here on a Thursday night. The Legends will be in the royal blue uniforms with the green numbers, the white letters, each outlined in the opposite color, and the charcoal gray pants. For the Wild Health Genomes, I love these uniforms, folks. You got the black uniforms there with the bright pink numbers and the, I'm going to say, Tar Heel blue letters for the Genomes, to the chagrin of some of the faithful up here in the booth. So Boog Powell will lead things off, the Legends center fielder. Again, it'll be Powell, Jackson, Tejeda, Phillip Irvin, Swihart, Cuevas, Marshall, McDade, and Betancourt, the lineup for the Legends. No Courtney Hawkins, no Tillman Pugh this evening for Lexington. First pitch to Powell on the outside corner for a called strike. Powell, the center fielder, has kind of slowly started the season. He had a great opening week for the Legends, but has kind of fallen off. Still batting .280 on the year, 3 home runs, 12 RBI as he leads things off. Beggs with a 1-ball, 1-strike count. And this pitch, Powell tried to bunt it, could not make contact, and it's taken for strike 2. Dustin Beggs, a .996 ERA coming into this game. Powell will await the pitch and deliver. This one down the right field line, and it will get foul. And Boog will have to get him another bat, I believe, as he'll come back to the batter's box. 1 ball, 2 strikes for the Legends center fielder as he leads things off here in the top of inning number 1. Beggs on the rubber. He'll get the sign and the 1-2. Got him looking, and Boog knew it as well. Powell down looking and immediately started walking toward the dugout as a beautifully placed pitch there from Dustin Beggs rings up the leadoff man for the Legends. Now the shortstop Jackson will bat. Jackson with a 2-0 count as he tries to get the Legends a base runner here in the early going. Ryan this season a .218 average, a pair of home runs. Has played some good shortstop defense this year, but again, the Legends trying to find guys they can consistently plug into the lineup and get production from. Here's the 3-0, and Jackson taken all the way. 3 balls and a strike. Not very many hitters will swing away at a 3-0 pitch. Jackson taking one there, and it's now 3 balls, 1 strike to the Legends shortstop. This one outside ball 4, and just like that, Lexington has a base runner. Tejeda, the first baseman, batting where Courtney Hawkins would normally be. Hugh, did Hawkins play in the second half of the game earlier today? No. He did not. So Hawkins was not in the lineup for yesterday's/today's game, and not in the lineup here tonight. Jackson almost caught over at first base as they throw back to get him. Tejeda waits the pitch from Beggs, who now works from the stretch. On the outside, pitch taken, ball one. Lexington this year, again, just struggling to consistently pick up W's. 1 ball, no strike the count. As Tejeda will take, and that one outside, 2 balls, no strikes. So 2-0 after a walk to Jackson. Now a 2-0 count to Tejeda. Beggs will deliver a pitch on the inside corner. Lexington this year at the bottom of the South Division. Only one team has a worse record than the defending ALPB champions. That's the Staten Island Ferry Hawks. Lexington this year, 13 wins, 20 losses, 7 games under 500. A throw over to try to get Jackson once again, to no avail. The Wild Health Genomes currently sit in the middle of the pack in the South Division, in third place behind High Point and Gastonia, but ahead of Charleston and Lexington. Tejeda will await the 2-1 pitch. And outside 3-1. Lexington threatening here to put 2 aboard in the top half of inning number 1. Try to get the crowd to life here. Tejeda back in the box, begs the pitch, and that one fouled off down the right field line just over the Mattress Overstock Stables. Looking for a place to maybe take you a nap? That'd be a great place over there down the right field line, the Mattress Overstock Stables. Hugh Davis took one in between the 2 games today. 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count, payoff pitch to Tejeda. It's hit hard, and it'll get through in the left field. PA will field it, and a single for Tejeda will put 2 aboard for the Legends. That brings up the right fielder, Phillip Irvin. Irvin, just a .224 average this year, still trying to find his way. Two aboard as the Legends right fielder takes a pitch, or make that swung. That is foul ball? Yeah, strike one. 0-1 count. So Jackson aboard at second, Tejeda at first. Phillip Irvin, former big leaguer, played with the Cincinnati Reds, spent some time with the Seattle Mariners in his last stint in the major leagues. This one low and away, the count 1-1. Two balls, one, or make that 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 on for Irvin as he swings away and fouls off another one. Now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Irvin, during his major league career, 17 home runs, 68 RBI. Played with the Reds in 2017. And again, last played in the major leagues with Seattle in 2020. This one grounded over to short, could be 2. Rondon to Becker to Duenes. And the Genomes turn 2 on the 6-4-3 double play. The inning comes to an end. Legends have been unable to consistently get the bats going. That continues here as we go to the bottom half of inning number 1 on the Lexington Legends YouTube channel. A great shot of Big L as we come back to action here on the Lexington Legends YouTube channel. Legends had a chance to get something going there in the top half of the first, but strand a pair of runners as we go to the bottom half of the inning. You can see back there in the background of the first shot there, folks, it is Bark in the Park night. Bring your dogs to the park on Thursday and have some fun with them as these two teams get set to go back to work in the bottom half of the first inning. Michael Watkins here with you on a call. Thursday night at Wild Health Field. Thirsty Thursdays and Bark in the Park night, an excellent combination. How about Luke Becker? A hard hit ball into center field. Boog Powell and the warning track, also an excellent combination as Powell backs up to make the grab for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out for Corsinho. That'll bring up Jimmy Paredes. Paredes, a .337 average, hit his 4th home run of the year earlier in this series. Paredes had 3 RBI doubles in the second game of that doubleheader on Tuesday night. Such a great athlete is Paredes. Daniel Corsinho, a .579 ERA as he comes in here to face the Wild Health Genomes. This one kind of bouncing up into Tejeda and unable to get Paredes out at first. Hugh Davis, what's the call? We'll check out the replay here. That one kind of bounced up into Tejeda. Took an awkward bounce. Would have been hard to field it cleanly either way. We're going to roll it a base hit for now, says the official scorer, Q Davis. So 1 aboard for the Genomes now as Corsinho goes to the stretch. Sierra, the right fielder, now bats with 1 aboard. Moises this year coming in with a .353 average. He's got 3 home runs and 12 RBI. Corsinho will check on the base runner and come in, and it'll plunk Sierra on the first pitch. And for a moment there, I thought Sierra might have been heading towards the mound. Check it out, folks. He took off running and then decided better of it at the last second. So Sierra aboard. Two on, one out for Chris Shaw. Shaw right below 300 on the year, 296, a pair of homers, 13 ribbies for the DH tonight, Shaw, who played left field in a couple of games this series as well. Corsinho will deliver a pitch outside, ball one, as this is the same spot the Legends had in the top of the first before grounding into an inning double play by Phillip Ervin. One ball, no strikes to Shaw as he awaits the pitch. Corsinho checks on the lead runner and comes home with one that's popped up. Might be playable for Marshall. He'll head over toward the foul territory and make the catch for out number 2. Felix P.A. will now come to the plate. P.A. once again with his jersey number swap from 18 now to 12 as he bats with 2 aboard and 2 down in the bottom half of inning number 1. Corsinho gets the sign, checks the lead runner Paredes, and a pitch that's grounded foul down the first base side. While we have a moment, do want to wish a special happy birthday to Mike Koltak, the VP of Baseball Operations here for the Legends and Genomes. Koltak celebrating his 25th birthday. I don't know. That's definitely wrong. Listen, he looks young. Hugh, don't give me that look. I said 25. That's probably wrong for Michael, but we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He looks young. 0-1 the count to PA. Corsinho delivers. It's swung on and missed for strike 2. So 2 down, 2 on, 0-2 the count for PA. Paredes and Sierra on board for the Genomes. The 0-2 pitch is down in the dirt. The count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lexington trying to get out of an early jam as the Genomes did in the top half of the first. Corsinho will check the lead runner once again, and the 1-2 delivery will eventually come. Here it comes. It's popped up, heading back toward Hugh Davis. And it will land in the crowd. That one might have made its way up here into the booth. Today? Wow. So a ball and 2 strikes for PA. Again, Paredes at second. At first base, Sierra, who he thought was charging the mound. He thought better of it after being hit by a pitch to get aboard. The 1-2. And fouled off once again. Legends trying to keep this a scoreless ball game, which has been an issue for them in this series early on in games. Gave up 5 runs in the bottom half of the first inning in that game on Tuesday night, the nightcap. Here comes the 1-2 from Corsinho. He'll check again on Paredes and deliver, and this one delivered into left field. McDade will field and come home. Might have a play at the plate. Instead, they cut off the baseball, and tagging out Sierra in between second and third is Marshall. However, the run does count, and the Genomes take a 1-0 lead into the second inning. Due up for the Legends will be Swihart, Cuevas, and Marshall when we come back on the Lexington Legends YouTube channel. Blake Swihart leads things off on a pitch that's popped up and looks like it will be playable. The low gives way to Duenes, who almost dropped it right in front of the Legends dugout. Hugh, even whenever I'm right, you try to correct me. Duenes makes the catch for out number one. So one down here in the inning as the Legends will now send to the plate Cesar Cuevas. Again, one of those guys trying to find his rhythm at the plate. Cuevas, it's a .227 average on the season. 1 home run and 13 RBI. He'll take a pitch out of the zone for ball one. This one heading into foul territory, and that one might catch a vehicle. A ball and a strike to the Lexington Legends second baseman. Marshall in the on-deck circle as Begg sets and delivers, and that one going to get foul as well. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fourth pitch of the at-bat, Beggs sets and delivers, and that one just does miss below the knees. Count now even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Marshall in the on-deck circle. He's batting .242 on the season, and then McDade will get his first at-bat of the year. This one's grounded over to third. Paredes will field and throw over for out number 2. So Marshall, the first cousin of Brandon and P.J. Phillips, steps up to the box with the bases empty and 2 down. Beggs, pitch on the outside corner for strike one. 0-1 the count to the Legends' third baseman. Beggs right back to it. The 0-1 outside now, a ball and a strike. This one swung on and missed. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to the Legends' third baseman, Montrell Marshall, trying to get some base runners after a chance at it in the first inning with 2 on and 1 down. Lexington grounded into a double play with Phillip Irvin. Now Beggs looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Almost got it right there on a pitch that was just a bit outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the inning. Beggs, the pitch. It's hit hard down the right field line. And how about Montrell Marshall tying things up with a solo shot to the Pepsi party deck? And just like that, we are all knotted up at 1 apiece. Some of the fans like that. I guess it's true what they say, Hugh Davis. Chicks dig the long ball. So the score now 1-1. What, 2-2-2? Yeah. So that'll bring up McDade. Jarrell making his first plate appearance of the season for the Legends. And a pitch that comes inside for ball 1. It's a big sports night as the NBA Finals will get underway this evening. 9 o'clock, the Warriors and the Celtics. This one is hit hard down the left field line. How about McDade getting aboard? He'll round first and head for second. And losing his helmet in the process, the Legends, after the solo home run by Marshall, getting some damage done with 2 outs. McDade gives his batting gloves up to the first base coach. And Lexington with a runner in scoring position for Betancourt. Dominic this year, 211 average, 1 home run, 4 RBI. McDade will take a lead off of second. He's got great speed. If Betancourt could get one through here, Lexington could take a lead. Oh, 1 count for Beggs as he gets the signs from Velo. Sets and delivers. And a pitch that just does miss outside, evens things up at a ball and a strike. Boog Powell in the on-deck circle. He struck out looking his first time at the plate. McDade takes his lead again off of second, and the 1-1. Swung on and missed on some heat. That says 88 miles per hour. That one looked faster than that. One ball, 2 strikes. McDade takes his lead once again as Beggs comes home with the 1-2. Betancourt in the left center and caught by Miller in center field to end the inning. Lexington ties things up off a solo shot by Montrell Marshall. We go to the bottom half of inning number 2 with Lexington and the Genomes tied at 1 here on the Legends YouTube channel. Samir Duenas leads things off for the Wild Health Genomes. In some short time with the Genomes, he's been a really good first baseman defensively and has, to this point, hit for 400 and driven in a pair of runs. We'll take a pitch on the inside for ball one as we come back to action here in the Lexington Legends YouTube channel. Michael Watkins here with you on a Thursday evening in downtown Lexington, where the two teams who share this field squaring off once again. One ball, one strike. And that pitch taken outside, 2-1. Corsinho from the stretch, or from the windup, gets one on the outside part of the plate. That's fouled off. That'll even things up, 2-2. The count, as we talk about these two teams. How about the record for the Genomes in their first year in existence? This franchise has already taken command of the season series versus the Legends. Genomes 8, Legends 3 in the win column. A strikeout to Duenas will help preserve a 1-1 tie for the moment as he goes down swinging. That is the first strikeout of the game for Daniel Corsinho. So one down in the inning. The base is empty for Anderson Miller. Miller, the lefty. He'll take a pitch outside, ball one. Miller played his baseball at Western Kentucky University, a Lexington native. Lafayette High School. This one grounded through the hole. It'll get past both Tejeda and Cuevas for a base hit into right field. So Velo now bats. The Genomes have a runner aboard for the second straight inning. Brought one around in the bottom half of the first. Velo gets the sign, or awaits the pitch from Corsinho. Outside, ball one. Chase Velo, a .220 average. He and Castro splitting time at the catcher spot for the Genomes this year. Daniel will check the runner at first. Anderson Miller with great speed. And here comes the pitch. Inside, 2-0 the count. Velo from Youngsville, Louisiana. From way down south. 2-0. As Corsinho again from the stretch delivers. This one's hit hard and heading towards left field. Home run number 3 on the season for the Youngsville, Louisiana native as he puts the Genomes in front 3-1. A no-doubter off the bat of Velo as the Genomes jump in front once again. I love the forearm bump these guys do. And Velo, a house cat, as he knocks one over the left field wall. And that'll bring up Rondon with the bases empty. One down here in the bottom half of the second inning. And Carcino with the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike one. We'll go back to the top of the order with Luke Becker, who flew out to center field on the very first pitch he saw back in the bottom half of the first. Here comes the 0-1. Rondon grounds it right back up the middle, and a diving effort from Jackson to no avail as Rondon finds himself aboard with a single into center field. Becker playing at second base. Again, Riley Mahan called up a couple of weeks ago to the San Francisco Giants organization. I believe shot right up to AAA, did Mahan. As Becker leads off from first. Becker bats. Rondon leads off of first, and now he'll take second on the wild pitch. Becker with a 1-ball, no strike count as Paredes steps into the on-deck circle. Rondon comes off of second. It's a good lead. He's got good speed. Had a stolen base here on Tuesday night. Carcino comes home with a pitch that's outside, now 2-0. Luke Becker played for the University of Kentucky. Was a 9th-round draft pick in the 2018 amateur draft by the San Diego Padres. Has found his way right back here to Lexington. Becker from Fairmont, Maryland, just 26 years of age. And he's got a chance to get aboard here now. 3 balls, no strikes to the Genomes second baseman. See if Carcino can put one over the plate here. The pitch up in the zone, ball 4, and the Genomes have a pair of runners on now here in the bottom half of inning number 2. Paredes now comes to the plate as J.J. Hoover will come out and talk to his pitcher. Paredes has a base hit. He singled to first base back in the first inning. Came around to score the only run of the game coming into the inning for the Genomes before that 2-run shot by Velo a moment ago. Listen, if you can't get pumped up when Eminem is coming across the speakers, you got something wrong with you. Paredes now seeing his average bump to 345. Jimmy didn't start the season with the Genomes, but came on shortly after and was a great addition, obviously. Talked about it here Tuesday night. Paredes and Teodoro Martinez were 2 guys who were thorns in the side of the Legends last season. Carcino will check the runner at second, the lead runner, and come on with a pitch that's taken for ball 1. That's true, and Boog Powell, who's on the Legends this year. I believe all 3 of those guys were with Charleston last season, right, Hugh? This one swung on and missed as Paredes sees the count go to a ball and a strike. Yeah, Paredes last season spent time with the Charleston Dirty Birds. Had 17 home runs last season as he's waiting the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes to the Genomes third baseman. See if Corsinio can get him a double play ball here, get out of this inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Infield playing at double play depth. As Corsinio checks the lead runner once again and comes home with a pitch that's up in the zone. They'll throw down and got him! Rondon tagged out at second base. How about the arm from Blake Swihart behind home plate? As they threw up in the zone and are able to get Rondon out at second base. Check out the replay here. Great job by Jackson to put that glove down just in time as Rondon was trying to slide that hand back into the base. Now there's 2 outs in the inning and a 2-2 count to Paredes. Corsinio settles in on the bump, and the 2-2 is hit hard in the center field. Boog Powell will come get it on the stash and make the grab for out number 3. Genomes, however, add a pair of runs on a Chase Velo 2-run shot to left field. It's 3-1 Genomes as we go to the 3rd inning here on the Legends YouTube channel. Boog Powell leads things off here in the 3rd. It'll be Powell, Jackson, and Tejeda for the Legends, who now trail it 3-1. Dustin Beggs comes home with a pitch inside ball 1. Jackson, the shortstop, in the on-deck circle as Powell takes another one inside 2-0. It'll be the top of the order here due up for Lexington as they try to combat now a 2-run deficit. Beggs, another one up in the zone now. 3 balls, no strikes. 5 hits already for the Genomes through 2 innings. 3 hits for the Legends through 2. Powell takes another one. And it'll be ball 4. 4 straight out of the zone for the Legends leadoff man. After striking out in his first at-bat, Boog Powell aboard with a leadoff walk. The weather is absolutely perfect here this evening as these two teams fight it out in this last game of the series. Beggs, a pitch outside, ball 1. Hugh Davis pointing out the length of the shadow of Beggs. Hugh, that's one of the strangest things I've ever said on the air. And I've said some strange things before. You know that. 1 ball, no strikes. Beggs delivers a pitch on the outside corner. It's 1 and now 2 the count. Or 1-1. Thank you, Dave. Throw over. Not going to be in time. Powell back in at first. I don't know if we're allowed to have this much fun up here in the booth or not, but we always have a good time. Even when the boss lady's up here. One and one to Powell as Beggs comes home with a pitch. And to the chagrin of one of the puppies here, you could hear it whining on the strike call. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Is it the cutest dog night? Is that what it is?
It's dog show night.
Dog show night?
Yeah,
Okay, they're going to crown best of show dog tonight. I've never called a dog show before, so I can add that to my resume. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Beggs digs back in on the bump, and he'll get the sign from below. The pitch is grounded down the third base line. It'll be a hard play for Paredes. Got him! Are you kidding me? Degree of difficulty 100 right there from Jimmy Paredes. As check this one out, folks, on the replay. Off the edge of the grass, Paredes will throw over in time for out number 1 of the inning. That does move Boog Powell over to second base. But Jimmy Paredes can flex after that one, folks, as he gunned down the base runner at first. That brings up Tejeda, who singled to left field his first time around. If he could do that here, would most likely drive in the speedy Boog Powell from second base. Powell in scoring position. Beggs will get the sign from Velo. Checks the lead runner, or checks the runner, and comes home with a pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. Beggs through 2 1/3, 47 pitches thus far. 1 strikeout. He's thrown 26 strikes thus far. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out for Tejeda. The Legends first baseman, who does have a single thus far in the game. Lets that one go by. It's 2-1. Coming up tomorrow, we'll have another series starting here in Lexington as the Charleston Dirty Birds make their way up here to face the Legends for a 3-game stint. Tom Gross will have the call for you for the next 3 nights. 2 balls, 1 strike to Tejeda. Pitch on the outside corner. It's 2-2. And Steve Tressler will be here with you for some action next week, as we've got more doubleheaders coming your way on Tuesday and Thursday, and an early morning start on Wednesday morning. I'll be laying on the beach, Hugh Davis. Am I wrong on that? Oh, wait, that's right. We got High Point coming in next week. So High Point will take on the Genomes here on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I was looking back at May, the wrong month. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tejeda the pitch. And that one grounded over to Paredes at third. He'll force Boog Powell back to second base and then throw out the runner. Paredes has been active here this inning. Both outs courtesy of a 6-1 or a 6-3 put out. But yeah, next week we've got High Point coming in for a 3-game series. And then York coming in for a 3-game series following that here against the Genomes. Two outs in the inning. Powell still over at second. And coming in for a first pitch strike to Irvin is Dustin Beggs as he jumps ahead 0-1. No balls and a strike to the Legends right fielder who's 0 for 1. Irvin grounded into an inning double play back in the first inning. Beggs the pitch. This one grounded over to third. Paredes has been so good this inning already. Make it one more. 5-3 put out. Paredes gets the man once again. And the Legends get Boog Powell aboard, get him in scoring position, but can do nothing with it as the inning comes to an end. 3-1 Genomes after 2.5 in Lexington at Wild Health Field on the Legends YouTube channel. We come back to action here. Sierra taking a first pitch strike as he leads things off in the bottom half of the third. It's Sierra, Shaw, and PA. Sierra hit by a pitch his first time up from Corsinio. This one taken inside. Is it a called ball? No sign from the umpire. Oh, there it is, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to the Genomes right fielder. Yeah, Sierra is questioning it, but the umpire did hold up the 0-2. Sierra can't believe that was a strike. There it is. So we're sticking with an 0-2 count. Corsinio, a chance to get him a strikeout here as we check out the replay. Again, couldn't really see anything. Let's see. Yeah, that looked like a foul ball. On the replay, it looked as if that hit the bat. 0-2. Did it go around this time? They will not allow the check down, and now it's 1-2. One ball, two strikes. Corsinho, the windup and the pitch. It's hit up the middle for a base hit, right into center field. And for the second time tonight, Moises Sierra aboard for the Genomes. Tell you what, I went and took a little restroom break in between innings and saw my guy Brady out there. Had his Cincinnati Reds hat on. I told him I'd give him a shout-out on the broadcast. So, Brady, if you can hear this, man, hope you're enjoying the game tonight. Here is the Legends and the Genomes face off against one another. Getting a lead off of first is Sierra. Shaw now at the plate, and a pitch on the outside corner, strike one. Shaw, the lefty. Such a consistent player for the Genomes and Mark Minikazi. As Corsinho sets and delivers, and this one into left field. McDade backing up, and McDade will make the grab for the first out of the inning. Now to bring up Felix P.A. P.A. an RBI single that drove in Paredes back in the first inning. The inning actually came to an end as Sierra, who was on base as well at the time, was trying to go from second to third and was tagged out when the ball was cut off by Marshall. So P.A. bats. Corsinho the pitch, and it's taken for strike one. Corsinho coming home with it, and a hard hit ball in the right field. It'll drop in front of Irvin. And the Genomes, another inning where they get two aboard. As that brings up Duenes, the first baseman. He struck out back in the second inning, the only strikeout victim of the game thus far for Daniel Corsinho. Corsinho threw 2 1/3 innings, 42 pitches, 26 of those for strikes, an ERA now of 6.23. Genomes already with a 3-1 lead. As Daniel will get the sign and come home with the first pitch of the at-bat, and it's fouled off back behind the fans in left field. Tell you what, folks, I said it again on Tuesday. If you have not been to a game this year, you are completely missing out. There is not a bad seat in the house, especially on a night like tonight where the sun's kind of already faded back behind the clouds. Some overcast here this evening. Whether you're in the Pepsi party deck or hanging out here at any of the spots in the stadium, not a bad seat to catch the action. This one's popped up into right field. Let's see if the runner on second will tag up. He will not, as Irvin able to get it in quickly. And Duenes down for the second time this evening. So 2 on and now 2 away in the third for Anderson Miller, who singled to right field his first time around. Miller, the former Lafayette General. The Lafayette softball team actually made it to the regional championship game, had their season come to an end yesterday as they lost to Lexington Catholic. As Corsinho calls time, might have an injury timeout here. Let's see what the discussion is Hugh pointing out that when Miller was in the minor leagues, actually played for the Legends a couple of years. They're going to check on Corsinio, make sure he's okay. Get a good shot of the mound there as Lexington trying to get out of this inning. Yeah, Corsinio says, I'm fine, guys. Let's check it. Let's get this inning over with. There's Anderson Miller digging back into the box, and we'll come back to action here. A runner at second base is Sierra. At first base, PA. 2 down here for Miller. Corsinio, the pitch. It's hit over toward Tejeda at first. He'll throw over to Corsinio, who looks fine as he's able to cover the bag and help preserve the out and the inning. Still a 2-run deficit for the Legends as we go to the bottom half of the third. Genomes make it the top of the fourth. We'll go to the top of the fourth inning here at Wild Health Field. And a good shot here of Madison and Cowboy. Cowboy Adam here on the screen at the moment. You can see some of the puppies in the background. Is this our dog show here? Best Dressed Award goes to Callie. We'll let Cowboy Adam do his thing as we get the dog awards announced here. So Blake Swihart leads things off for the Legends. And a first pitch on the outside for ball one. 1-0 count. Swihart right back in there as the pitch comes in from Beggs inside this time. Now 2-0. Dustin Beggs threw 3 innings, 54 pitches, 30 of those for strikes. Three and 0 count as Beggs again comes in with it, and that one taken for a strike on the outside corner. Swihart popped up to first base in foul territory his first time up. That one's hit directly into the Legends dugout as Montreal Marshall able to duck his head and get out of the way. Count now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Beggs sets and delivers. Outside, and it will allow Blake Swihart to coax the walk and get aboard as the leadoff man on now for Lexington. Second straight inning that the Legends have put the leadoff man aboard via the walk. Boog Powell walked to lead off the third, but was stranded over at second base. Now it's Swihart as Cesar Cuevas bats with a .224 average. And this one's hit back behind the plate for strike one. Cuevas grounded out to third. They throw over to get Swihart, not going to be in time. Beggs sets and delivers another pitch out of the zone. Now it's a ball and a strike to Cuevas. Swihart will step over back to the bag as Beggs stepped off the rubber for a moment. Now he's back out there on the mound for a 1-1 pitch to Cuevas. This one grounded over to first, and it will get foul. You can hear the dogs barking. Oh, my gosh. We got to get a shot of this, Marsh, here in a moment. We got the cutest puppy. Yeah, this is when it won the award, too. I'm not sure what award it won. But this little puppy here, I think it's a little lab or a golden retriever puppy. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Cuevas. Beggs will get the sign and come home with it. It's hit into right field and going to be caught by Sierra as he touched the line. It is a foul ball. And caught in foul territory by Sierra. So Montreal Marshall will come back to the plate. Solo home run opposite field his first time around. That's something Big Cuz might like, is Brandon Phillips, his younger cousin, hitting that ball over the right field wall into the Pepsi party deck. One-zero count as Marshall battles here against Begg. A home run here would tie things up at 3. Beggs the pitch. Marshall chases after one. And the count now 1 ball, 1 strike. Glad to have you along here on the Lexington Legends YouTube channel. Michael Watkins here on the call on a Thursday night. They'll throw over, try to get Swihart. It's to null and void as he's able to slide back in there safely. Really good crowd on hand, and everybody's having some fun here on a Thursday night. I tell you what, folks, you will not find a better night for some baseball than what we have here this evening. The 1-1, this one grounded over deep in the hole to Paredes. He'll throw to second for 1, and the hopper over to Duenas for out number 3. A 5-4-3 double play to end the inning. And the Genomes holding on to a 2-run lead. We'll step aside and come right back here for the bottom half of the 4th on the Legends YouTube channel. Back here on the Legends YouTube channel. How about this? Look at my guy Aiden down there, working hard. What's up, Aiden? Give us a wave. Are we doing dual camera shots here? Oh, we are. I like it. Colin, check it out there, man. Look at these two guys having some fun. It's a good thing you didn't get Hugh Davis there because you would have got Hugh's bad side and we'd have lost everybody that's watching here. So glad we didn't get that. Hugh doesn't have a bad side? I beg to differ. I always sit to Hugh's right for a reason, no matter where we're at. High school football game, high school basketball game.
That's because you sit to Tom's left.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, you always want to be on Tom's left as well, so that's his good side. Luckily, I've got 3 good sides, so we're good.
3 out of 4?
Yeah, 3 out of 4. So we get back to the action here. Chase Velo, who's also homered in the game this evening, will lead things off for the Genomes. And a first pitch, nice pitch in there by Corsinio as he goes breaking ball over the inside corner for strike 1. Velo, Rondon, and Becker, the 3 due up for the Genomes. Oh, 1 the count. This one is pulled hard down the left field line, almost knocking over the inflatable. There's a good shot of the dog down there, the chill out zone. So 0-2 to Velo, leading things off here in the bottom of the 4th. This one grounded over to Paredes, or to Marshall, excuse me, the other third baseman. He'll make the catch. 4 out, number 1. Tell you what, the third basemen have been busy here this evening, both defensively and at the plate. Got to bring up Clay Louis Rondon. Rondon, a .257 average, 3 home runs on the season and 10 RBI. Rondon from Venezuela. Middle infielder here for the Genomes. Played for Lancaster last year before finding his way over to the Genomes this season. 0-1 count to Rondon. And the pitch up in the zone. Now a ball and a strike. (3-1) lead for the Genomes as Rondon bats and takes one outside. Now 2-1. Breaking ball there from Corsinio. Rondon in his second season in the ALPB. Takes another one out of the zone. Now 3 balls, 1 strike. Played in Double-A Mississippi back in 2018. He is. It is the Braves farm team. And he'll take a base on balls here. Will Rondon with 1 down, now 1 on in the inning. As Becker comes back to the plate. Becker 0 for 1 officially with a fly out to center field and a walk back in the second inning. Luke, the second baseman, awaits the first pitch from Corsinio. Let's see if the Legends can turn 2 here. A pitch that's taken inside and down below the knees, ball 1. 1-0 count to the Genomes second baseman as Corsino checks his runner over at first. Rondon with good speed. Gets a jump here, but does not take off as the pitch out of the zone, now 2-0. Becker played 327 games in the minor leagues. Had just one home run, 30 RBI. Hit 199 during his career, according to MILB.com. 2 balls, no strikes here as Becker awaits. Corsino sets and delivers, and that pitch on the outside corner. Now 2-1. Rondon again takes a good lead as Duenas has to shade his eyes from the sun beaming down in on him at first base. Corsino, the pitch. This one hit hard up the middle and a base hit. Rondon will think about heading for third and then think better of it as Boog Powell came in charging. And a single up the gut for the Genomes second baseman will give 2 runners aboard once again for the Genomes. That'll bring up Paredes once again. Paredes a .341 average. Today he's 1 for 2 with a run scored. Four home runs on the season, 19 RBI, .341 average, as we said, and he got a chance to drive in some more runs here with 2 on and 1 down. A nice pitch from Corsino as he gets a swing and a miss on the first pitch. Corsino, 58 pitches through 3 1/3 innings. He's allowed 8 hits already, but is, for the most part, limited the damage with just 3 runs across for the Genomes. Corsino checks the lead runner, and the pitch is down in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lexington trying to keep this deficit at 2. Paredes a chance to do the opposite here as he awaits a 1-1 pitch from Corsino. From the stretch, and Daniel steps off the bump. Going to force Rondon back to the bag at second. Now the Legends, the defending ALPB champs. What a year it was last year here in Lexington. That series in the finals, when they brought that title home, I mean, it was so much fun. Each night being here on the call and seeing these guys celebrate, especially in that final game, that series-clinching W, when Courtney Hawkins went wild at the plate. It was even everybody was getting involved at the plate, hitting home runs, as they basically had the game in hand early on in the first inning or 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Paredes awaits the pitch. Corsino again, taking his time, checking in on Rondon, and delivers one out of the zone, 2-2. Swihart has already gunned down 1 man tonight. It was actually Rondon who was at second base and kind of caught sleeping. Swihart threw back and got him out at second with Paredes at the plate back in the second inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. Legends a chance to once again turn 2 and get out of the jam. Corsino, the glance back, and the 2-2. Outside, 3 balls, 2 strikes, and folks, he barely missed on that one. Checking out on the Legends website the stats here as we check on the K-zone and where that one might have missed. Not by much. 3 balls, 2 strikes, just a bit outside. As the payoff pitch now coming, and if you walk him, you load the bases with 1 out. Corsinho comes home with it, and it is grounded foul. Corsinho gave it a chase for a moment. It looked as if it might stay in play before eventually dribbling its way down the first base foul line. Check it out here on the replay. Here on Thursday and Bark in the Park night. Had the dog show earlier. Let's see if we can get a list of those awards given out. You got a list you can get me? Look at that. Let's get one here. Whitney, going to help me out? There's a reason she makes the big bucks, folks. 3 balls, 2 strikes here to Paredes. As the pitch taken for ball 4. Corsinho doesn't like the non-strike call as the base on balls loads up the bases for the Genomes. And looks like there is action up in the pen for the Legends. As Moises Sierra, who was hit by a pitch back in the first inning, if you remember, he kind of charged out toward the pitcher's mound before eventually kind of turning toward first base. And then in his second at-bat had that controversial strike call before the very next pitch singling into center field. Corsinho calls time and steps off the rubber. As it's a big spot here in this ball game, a 2-run deficit for the Legends, who have got to find a way to beat the Genomes. This pitch on the inside corner, strike 1. Sierra looking around as if he didn't like the call again. It's 0-1. The Genomes are 8-3 versus the Legends this year. And in this series are 4-1. Pitch down in the dirt. The Genomes got a sweep on Monday night. Split a game or a pair of games on Tuesday night. And then the game that was split between yesterday and today, the Genomes got the win there. So 4 wins to 1 loss for WHG through these first 5 games of the series. And now Corsinho trying to get out of a jam. That pitch is going to be popped up down the right field line. Hit up on top the big league roof. Make sure to check them out at 859-693, whatever the rest of that number was. I held it just a little bit too long. Yeah, check them out online. Big league roofers, folks, they'll take great care of you. You know, when this hard rain comes in, there was a hard rain shower for maybe 5 or 6 minutes on my way to the stadium today, but it cleared out quickly, and it has been an absolutely perfect night for some baseball. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Sierra, who again has been aboard both times this evening on a hit by pitch and a single to center field. Bases loaded, nowhere to put him. Rondon, Becker, and Paredes aboard with 1 down here in the 4th. Corsinho the pitch, and it's grounded foul as Sierra able to stay alive. Moises, a .365 average. He's got 3 homers and 12 RBI on the season and an OPS of 1.074. Corsinho will take his time here as he sets and delivers the 2-2. And just does miss again. The strike zone has tightened up here in the fourth. And now there is, as I said, nowhere to put him. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down here in the inning. Runners might have a chance to get something going here. As Corsinho rears back and delivers the payoff pitch. And he will walk in a run on the base on balls. So Sierra aboard for the 3rd time tonight. He'll get an RBI for his efforts there. 14 of them now on the season. And the score now 4-1. As Chris Shaw comes up to the plate. Shaw 0 for 2 tonight. A pop up to third and a fly out to left field. So bases stay loaded as Shaw tries to help his average out after an 0 for 2 start to the day. First pitch taken for ball 1. Corsinho. Sand delivers. A pitch outside. Now 2 balls, no strikes. Still 1 down here in the inning, but aboard for the Genomes is Becker, Paredes, and Sierra. Got a good shot there of Luke Becker at third as he chats with the third base coach. Corsinho laboring here in the fourth. Another pitch outside. It's now 3-0. And at some point, a change is going to have to be made. I hope if you're a Legends fan, it's before it gets too late. Again, there is action up in the pen as the lefty might be Gibson up, warming up. Might be Owens. It is Henry Owens up in the pen for the Legends as another base on balls, this time 4 straight out of the zone for Corsinho. And Chris Shaw will get an RBI for his efforts. So B.J. Phillips and we'll send J.J. Hoover out to talk to his pitcher once again. Might just be able to bide some time for Owens to warm up. Owens last year was the first player in the Atlantic League to reach 100 strikeouts. He was dominant for much of the season before his arm started to wear down a bit late in the year, and he was moved to the pen for that postseason run. Corsinho appears as if he's going to stay in the ball game here. His team down 5-1. Paredes, Sierra, and Shaw on the base paths for the Genomes as PA, who drove in a run with an RBI single to left field in the first inning and singled to right field in the third. He's 2 for 2 today. Is the Genomes left fielder, and he bats here with the bases loaded and 1 down in the fourth, and a first pitch taken for ball 1. You got to believe as Owens warms up and then after that meeting at the mound, it'll be a quick trigger for Corsinho. The 1-0 is hit hard into right field. A high pop-up. Phillip Ervin and Powell converge. Ervin calls him off and will make the catch as the runners do tag. Jackson will watch Paredes tap home plate and make it now a 6-1 Genomes advantage. Second RBI of the game for PA as the sacrifice fly drives in Jimmy Paredes, his second run of the ball game, and it's now 6-1 Genomes. Corsinho now facing off against Duenas. This one grounded over to second base and thrown over to Tejeda for the out. But the damage is done. No hits in the inning. But 3 runs come across, or 1 hit in the inning. Okay. Now you got to fix your scoreboard. Becker's only hit was a single to center field. That was the lone hit of the inning. But again, 3 runs come across. And the score now 6-1. Genomes in front on the Lexington Legends YouTube channel. We head to the 5th inning. Dustin Begg still on the mound for the Genomes. I tell you what, this guy should play for the Legends. With a mustache like that, it should be forced that he is a Lexington legend. But he'll get away with it as the Genomes get away with a 6-1 lead at the moment. We go to the 5th inning and due up for the Legends. McDade, Betancourt, and Powell, the 8, 9, and 1 part of the order. Time to play the game. The Triple H theme song for you WWE fans out there. That's what McDade's walk-up music is. You know, I've always wondered, what would my walk-up music be? There's like 60 songs I would choose from. It would be so hard to narrow it down. McDade, a first pitch strike. They would hate me up here in the booth. I'd be changing it every game, Hugh. If I went like 0 for 4 one night, I got to change my walk-up music. That's what's wrong with me. 0-1 the count. McDade making his return to Lexington after a short stint last season. Had a double to left field his first time around, so he's batting the perfect 1,000 right now. No balls, 2 strikes. Beggs the wind-up and the pitch, and McDade will foul it off to stay alive. You can see the OVC logo there in front of the Legends dugout. That's because last week there were no games here at the stadium for us, but the OVC conference tournament was held here at Wild Health Field. McDade takes one outside, 1-2. Wait, did you have to work last week, Whitney? You did? Were you here too? Just one day?
Yeah, I wasn't working, so I just kind of did my socializing.
So you were bothering people then, is what you were doing.
Well, catching up. It's probably been 2018. So.
McDade lets one get outside. It's count now even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Beggs the 2-2. Down to the dirt, and it's now a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Of course, the guy keeping the scorebook is with Austin Peay with Lincoln, obviously.
So a full count to Gerald McDade. 1-for-1 start to the game for him as he takes the payoff pitch from Beggs up in the zone, and another leadoff walk for the Legends. 3rd straight inning that Lexington has had a leadoff walk. McDade at first as Betancourt now comes to the plate. Dom, the DH this evening. One on, and Betancourt will ground over to Paredes. He'll throw to the second base for 1, and another double play. Once again, excellent defense from Jimmy Paredes as he starts the 5-4-3 double play. Man, the Genomes have got that one down pat. That is now the 3rd time in the game that the Genomes have turned a 5-4-3 double play. Second time, the other one was a 6-4-3 double play. There we go. So the 3rd time that they have turned 2 in the game. Boog Powell down the left field line. He'll drop one, down the right field line. He'll pull it down and reach base safely. Powell aboard for the 2nd time in the game. He walked his last time up. Now Ryan Jackson. Jackson 0 for 1, grounded out to third base in the last inning, or the last time up, excuse me, and that one was when Paredes made that outstanding play at third base, having to kind of go deep in his bag of tricks to pull out a 5-3 putout of Jackson. This one popped up into center field. Anderson Miller will find it, and he'll make the catch. Legends strand another runner. Folks, they can't get anything going offensively. It's now 6-1 as we go to the bottom half of the 5th, live here on the Lexington Legends YouTube channel. Back to the action here on the Legends YouTube channel as leading off for the Genomes, going to be Anderson Miller. Miller takes the first pitch strike as Corsinio stays in the game for the Legends. With this 5-run deficit intact, the Genomes will look for more here in the bottom half of the fifth. The 0-1, Miller will take, and now a ball and a strike. It's Miller, Velo, and Rondon, the 7, 8, and 9 part of the lineup for the Genomes coming up here in the bottom half of the fifth. That pitch taken on the outside corner, and the count now 1-2. The 1-2 pitch is grounded over to Cuevas. Broken bat, and a throw over in time for the out. Velo will now come to the plate. He's 1 for 2 with a 2-run home run back in the second inning that went over the left field wall. Cleared the wall by a good 10 feet on that 2-run shot. And Corsinio will deliver a pitch. That is popped up. And heading into right field is Phillip Irvin. Will come over near the foul line, and he won't make it look easy, but he'll make the catch for out number 2. And that brings up Rondon, who's been aboard both times this evening. He singled to center field and walked tonight. Genomes with a 5-run lead. Corsinio looking for a 1-2-3 inning for the first time tonight. As the Genomes shortstop digs in and takes the first pitch for ball 1. Rondon, 28 years of age. Again, spent time last year with Lancaster in the ALPB. Awaits the 1-0 pitch. It's down in the dirt now, 2-0. Legends trying to keep this at a 5-run deficit. You know, you're missing the firepower of Hawkins and Pugh, obviously, but still have guys that can get the job done. You got Marshall. Obviously, Boog Powell can get on base. Phillip Irvin's been known to hit with some power throughout his career. That pitch out of the zone now, 2-1 to 3-1 the count. Blake Swihart, from the Red Sox organization. 3 balls, 1 strike. Rondon awaits the pitch, and he'll coax the walk for the second time this evening. Second straight inning, the number 9 hitter has reached with a walk. Rondon aboard for the 3rd time tonight as now Luke Becker comes to the plate. Becker has walked and singled 1 for 2 this evening. Throw in a walk for him as well. Corsinio will get the sign and the pitch. Outside ball 1. Genomes looking for more damage with a 5-run lead here in the bottom half of inning number 5. Corsinio checks on the runner at first. And the 1-0. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Two and 0 the count. As Rondon takes the lead off of first. Corsinho the pitch, and it's taken for a strike. Now 2-1 to the Genomes second baseman, Luke Becker. A .282 average this year, 6 home runs. There's something about that second base position that gives some power to these Genomes players. Of course, Riley Mahan, we talked about him earlier in the broadcast, had 8 home runs during his short time here in Lexington with the Genomes before being signed and called up to the San Francisco Giants AAA team. There's been a lot of guys called up from the Genomes this year up to the Major League farm systems. Corsinho will dig back in on the rubber. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. And it's blooped into left field. McDade will walk over and make the grab to end the inning. Legends allow a walk to Rondon, but the Genomes will strand him over at first. We go to the 6th inning. Genomes with a 6-1 lead on the Legends YouTube channel. We get back to the action here at Wild Health Field. It'll be Tejeda to lead off for Lexington as they've got to get some base runners here. Again, folks, the Genomes have defeated the Legends this year 8-3. 8 wins, 3 losses for Wild Health Genomes against the Legends in their first year in existence. And Tejeda, a rocket launched right into the glove of Rondon at short. So 1 down here in the 6th, and that will bring to the plate the right fielder, Phillip Irvin. Irvin has grounded out to shortstop, and that 6-4-3 double play back in the 4th, and grounded out to Paredes in the 3rd. First pitch is grounded foul. So, Phillip Irvin, the Legends right fielder, trying to find his momentum and his bat, now batting .220 on the year after an 0-for-2 start to this game. He has had a rough series here against the Genomes. Here's a pitch. Up in the zone now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes. One out here in the inning. Here comes Beggs with a delivery, a grounder right over to Rondon again for out number 2. Swihart right into the glove of Duenas. My goodness. Was that 5 pitches in the inning? A quick inning goes by. Check out the replay. It's the second time in the inning that a Legends batter has hit one right into a glove of a defender. First, it was Tejeda into the glove of Rondon, and that time it was Swihart line driving a baseball into the glove of Duenas at first. 6-1 lead for Genomes as we go to the bottom half of the 6th here on the Legends YouTube channel. As Jimmy Paredes comes back to the plate for the Genomes, new pitcher on the mound, Henry Owens, the stud last year for the Lexington Legends. He'll come in relief of Corsinho, and Owens, who is so good with the fastball, comes in there on the outside corner for a strike one call to Paredes. Got a good shot there, the lefty. You know, you look at Owens, he's got that tall, lanky build as a swing and a miss from Paredes. He gives you vibes of Randy Johnson. Owens 6'6", 29 years of age. Obviously, you know, the big unit was one of a kind, but Owens, again, just kind of gives you that vibe of a tall, left-handed pitcher. This one's popped up and foul. Almost got it. Good shot there. The guys down in right field. Good crowd over there in the Mattress Overstock deck. As you see the puppy there. It is Bark in the Park night and Thirsty Thursdays. Everybody bringing the pups out for some baseball action. This one's coming inside. Owens throwing some fastballs into Paredes, and this one's taken to make the count now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Owens leans in and delivers, and a pitch that's popped up might be playable. It's going to be playable. Cuevas will call everybody off and make the catch in shallow right field from the second base position. Moises Sierra will now bat for the Genomes. Interesting day for Sierra, who's been hit by a pitch, singled, and walked in a run. He's been aboard all 3 times tonight. Now facing off against Owens. And a first pitch out of the zone, ball 1. Get a good shot there of the tatted up Blake Swihart behind the plate for Lexington as he makes the catches for Owens behind the plate and the call. A pitch inside 2-0. Yes, Swihart was a member, and I'm being a Red Sox fan, I remember that name, Blake Swihart. He was a big deal when the Red Sox got him. Never really panned out. Did get some time up in the major leagues with Boston. And he now finds his way into Lexington as Sierra hits the deck, does a couple of push-ups. Had to do some of those on Monday as part of the Murph workout. Three and 0 to Sierra. Moise says 3 home runs and a .365 average on the season. An OPS of 1.083. That one's a called strike as he takes all the way. Love seeing the youngsters here. Got some guys over here to our right. Got the E on their hat. Is that East Jessamine, Hugh? Yeah. All right.
Because their jerseys have East.
Okay, I see it now. The East on their jersey.
Maybe yes, it's the same color.
Yeah. A called strike 2 as Owens trying to get back-to-back outs. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Sierra. And the payoff pitch is swung on and missed. Sierra down on strikes as Owens does what he does best, and he strikes out the batter. That brings up the Serve Pro cleanup batter, Chris Shaw, who has also been hard to get out tonight. He's been aboard twice. Owens faces a lefty-lefty matchup here with 2 outs and nobody on. First pitch outside, ball 1. Owens now digs back in on the mound. Shaw back in the box. 1 ball, no strikes. Here comes the pitch. And it's a called strike on the outside corner. 1-1 here in the bottom of the 6th on the Legends YouTube channel. Again, a big night in the sports world as the NBA Finals begin. The Boston Celtics and the Golden State Warriors. This one grounded over to the second baseman, Cuevas, and he'll throw over to first in time for the out. For the first time tonight, the Legends are able to put 3 up and 3 down, but they still trail 6-1 as we go to the 7th. Here live on the Legends YouTube channel. Cesar Cuevas will lead off for the Legends as the second baseman tries to get some offense going. New pitcher in the game for the Genomes is Shakeen. Lexington down 6-1. They've got to get some base runners here to give themselves a chance. This pitch is going to get fouled down the right field line. See if Cuevas can get aboard for Marshall, and then McDade due up here for Lexington this inning. One ball, one strike. Lexington is trying to find their way here early on in the season, but still 7 games under 500. This one is going to be the catch it. PA did make the grab. Wow. What a catch by Felix PA in left field, folks. As he's a little bit shaken up, it looks like. Check out the replay here. That's a great defensive play by PA. And now Montrell Marshall will bat. One down in the inning for Marshall as The Legends, again, continue to try to find some offense. The pitch coming up in on the third baseman as he takes it for ball number 1 of the at-bat. 1-0 the count. 6-1 lead for the Genomes. And this pitch gets by now 2-0. McDade in the on-deck circle again. For the Legends this year, not as much firepower offensively. No Brandon Phillips. You see some of the guys that are, playing in other places this year, and then you take out Hawkins and Pugh, really the two main power options for this team, not in the lineup, can make it very difficult to create some offense. 3 balls, no strikes for Marshall as Shaquin delivers a pitch that's taken for a strike there. Now 3-1. Shaquin delivers into left field. That one will get down right down the line as Marshall thought about heading for second. He'll think better of it as PA gets it in quickly. And the Legends have a base runner in the form of Montrell Marshall. McDade steps in the box with a chance now to get something going offensively. 1 down, 1 on. Shaquin the pitch, and he's taken inside ball 1. So 1 ball, no strike to the Legends left fielder, Terrell McDade, making his debut for the Legends this season. Again, spent some time in Lexington last year. Two balls, no strikes. Shaquin sets and delivers. And a pitch on the outside corner now 2-1. Marshall, after his second hit of the game, takes his lead off of first. The pitch is grounded over to short. Rondon to second for 1, and another Genomes double play to end the inning. Lexington just can't seem to get out of their own way. Another double play ball, and another base runner stranded for the Legends. It's 6-1. Genomes still in front as we go to the bottom half of the 7th inning on the Lexington Legends YouTube channel. Back to action here as PA leads off for the Genomes. Broadcasting live on the Lexington Legends YouTube channel. Michael Watkins here with you folks on a Thursday night. Bark in the Park, Thirsty Thursday. What more could you want? A nice cold beer and a puppy. That pitch is popped up and that'll play. 1-1 the count. PA going to take his base here, and the umpire going to make sure things stay calm here. As it's been kind of one of those series. PA taking his time as he heads toward the bag. Oh. So coming up to bat going to be Duenas, and PA going to head to the dugout. Moore will pinch run as Duenas digs into the box. It'll be a lefty-lefty matchup with Owens. This one outside. The count now 1-0. Genomes the 6-1 lead. They got 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 3 in the fourth inning. 6 runs on 8 hits. They got 3 runs in that fourth inning with just 1 hit of damage. This one swung on and missed, and Duenas had some bad intentions with that swing, but he couldn't make contact, and the count now 1-1. Moore will lead off of first. He's got some tremendous speed, folks, so if Duenas can get one in the gap, it'll spell more trouble for the Legends. The 1-1 pitch is outside, 2-1, as an 87-mile-per-hour fastball hits the glove of Blake Swihart behind the plate. So we are getting the official results of the dog show. This one fouled off. If we had a fashion show up here, Hugh, what do you think the awards would be? You're definitely going to win best gloves. And grayest hair.
Did everybody win a prize? No. I cheered up because I felt so bad.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Who won best of show? Peaches. What did Peaches look like? I'm 100% Peaches.
Owens throwing over, and it gets away. And heading over to second base is the speedy Moore. Showing off the speed. I mean, that guy has got some wheels. I would like to see him in the roach race. There we go. We've got our results. We'll give them to you here in just a second. So the count stays 2-2 as the bat boy will bring some more balls out. Or the ball boy. Is it bat boy or ball boy? Bat boy. Okay, thank you. Runner in scoring position is Moore, pinch running for PA, who got plunked and didn't shake it off in time. So he's out for Moore. Owens facing off against Duenas here. The 2-2 pitch is grounded down to the first baseman Tejeda, and he'll step on the bag for the out. So 1 down. as Anderson Miller will come back to the plate. So while we have a moment, we'll look at the skylight. Yeah, I can do that, man. Marsh, look here. That's a director for you folks. Yeah, check. Look, let's get a look at the shot here, man. Look at the pink sky, the pink sky at night. Sailor's Delight matching Madison's shirt up here in the booth with us. That pitch inside gets away from Swihart. Yeah, I told her earlier that her outfit matched perfectly. When you match the shorts with like the secondary color on your shirt, that's you're doing some damage there. Hugh, we should have Madison and Whitney like dress this one, like just give us some advice.
Hugh, can we do that?
Okay. Yeah, but again, we saw the beautiful shot there from Wild Health Field. There's Big L, got the SpongeBob SquarePants costume on. He actually bought that at Hugh Davis's yard sale last week. That pitch outside. It's now 2-0. Owens coming in, just trying to find the strike zone here. Get out of this inning. Get your offense back up there and try to cut into that deficit.
Hugh, we can dress you.
2-0. This one right into the net. Back behind the plate as Miller fouls it off. 241 average for the Genomes center fielder. Oh, that's a cute little girl trying to get her a foul ball.
She didn't bring you gummies. I brought gummy bears.
Miller awaits the 2-1. This one will get fair down the right field line. The speed of Moore doesn't come into effect here as he can walk in, and Miller rounding second to head for third. A stand-up triple for the speedy Anderson Miller, and the Genomes just keep piling it on. 7-1 for Wild Health as they make it a 6-run lead here in the 7th. Now Chase Velo will come to the plate. A 2-run shot earlier in the contest for Velo. And a chance to add another RBI to his total. Now 4 home runs, 13 ribbies on the season for the catcher. As Henry Owens sets and delivers, and Velo will take a pitch that's out of the zone, ball 1. Still just 1 down here in the inning, and the Legends have only been able to muster up 1 run on 5 hits. The Genomes just keep adding to their total. 7 runs on 9 hits now, and still a runner on base 90 feet away from coming in. Velo lets that one go by, and the count now 2-0. Velo awaits the 2-0 pitch. Owens sets and delivers. And a base hit will drive in Anderson Miller. Make it 8-1. Genomes out in front. Hey, Marsh, give us another shot of the sky here. I just realized the sky kind of matches the secondary colors of the Genomes. You look at the Legend or the Genomes logo on the screen there in our score box on the scoreboard. The sky kind of looks like that here tonight. Dave, I'm very observant. Of course, Dave used to be observant before I gave him a concussion on Tuesday night. I can't be trusted with mechanical things, Dave. Here's a pitch that's going to be popped up and out of play. 0-1 the count, as at the plate for the Wild Health Genomes is Rondon batting from the left or the right side of the plate now versus the lefty Owens. Clay-Louise Rondon, the shortstop, a 257 average as he bats here in the 7th inning. Yeah, there's the sky, man. Look at that. That's absolutely beautiful. Like looking in the mirror. That pitch taken inside. 1-1 the count. I got one laugh up here. Y'all making me try too hard. It could be worse. You could have Steve giving you the jokes over here tonight. Oh, my God. Here comes the 1-1. Rondon will take, and it's now 2-1. So tonight's dog show, best dress was Callie, best hair was Snow. Lincoln got the award for the best eyes. Most well-behaved was Milo. Most friendly was Leia. Java had the best smile. Gracie the best ears. Henry had the cutest canine award. Dog and parent look-alike was Mr. Moose. And Peaches, the same nickname that Hugh Davis goes by, best of show tonight. 2 balls, 2 strikes as Owens faces off against Rondon. The pitch is inside, and now a full count for the Genomes shortstop as Owens has come in, and he too struggling to find the zone consistently. Owens checks the runner and comes home with the pitch. Swung on and missed, and Rondon down swinging as he strikes out and will not reach base for the first time tonight. So 2 outs as Luke Becker now switches over to the right side of the plate versus Owens as well. And a pitch that comes inside, ball 1. That one taken now. 2 balls, no strikes. This pitch comes in, and a strike call to make it 2-1 to Becker. Henry Owens. Into right field and caught by Irvin to end the inning. Legends down now by 7. It's 8-1 Genomes. We go to the 8th here on the Legends YouTube channel. Back here on the broadcast on the Legends YouTube channel. Appreciate you joining us here, folks, as we come back to Wild Health Field. Check us out here up in the booth. We appreciate you joining us on a Thursday night. Absolutely beautiful weather. And you get a shot here of everybody up in the booth. You got Hugh and Dave and all the fine folks that make this thing go. If you're watching on the YouTube channel, down there is our DJ and PA announcer, Will, busting out the beats. I think Colin knew we were doing this inning. That's why he made his way up into the booth for this moment as getting his time to shine. We really appreciate you joining us here, folks. And there's Marsh and our replay coordinator getting us squared away. It takes a lot to make things look and sound good up here, and these guys do a great job of doing that. Appreciate them as we are coming at you live here on the Legends YouTube channel. And Dom Betancourt will lead things off for Lexington in the top of inning number 8. Oh, 1 count to Betancourt as that pitch taken inside. Now 1 ball, 1 strike. 8-1 lead for the Genomes. That pitch swung on and missed. Now 1-2 the count. One ball, 2 strikes. Betancourt trying to get the Legends a base runner. He cannot as he goes down swinging. Robbie Ross gets the strikeout. Betancourt 0 for 3 in his first game back in the lineup for Lexington. Sees his average now dropped to 200. Now it's Boog Powell. Powell tonight 1 for 2 with a walk. Bumped his average up to 284 in this game. Again, with that much firepower behind him. Again, no Tillman Pugh and no Courtney Hawkins this evening. Powell trying to get on base. 1 down in the 8th inning. Legends down to their final 5 outs of the contest. As Ross delivers one that's taken, or excuse me, swung on and missed for strike 2. Demetrius Moore staying in the game for PA in left field after PA exited after being hit by the pitch from Owens. Boog Powell awaits as Robbie Ross delivers one, and that one outside, now a ball and 2 strikes. Jackson in the on-deck circle. And this one popped foul back behind home plate. Now 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes to Boog Powell. This one grounded over to short. Rondon will field. And he pulled the first baseman, Duenas, off the bag. A throwing error by Rondon. Check out the replay here. Throws it too far away for Duenas. And that will give Lexington a base runner here. 1 on, 1 down for Ryan Jackson. This one down in the dirt as Jackson starts the at-bat off with the ball out of the zone. 1-0 the count. Jackson pops one up here. That one looks as if it might get out of play, and it will. Hugh Davis pointing out that the Genomes tonight, hey, nicely done there. Hauling in the foul ball. with authority. But Hugh Davis pointing out that the Genomes have had two 6-4-3 double plays and two 5-4-3 double plays here tonight. Jackson trying to continue this inning. Got a base runner on. But as we just said, the double play ball has been executed to perfection by Rondon and Paredes tonight. A pair for each. Here's the 2-1. This one grounded over to Paredes. They might have another chance to Becker for one. And once again, a 5-4-3 double play. Fifth time tonight the Genomes have turned two. This time it's Jackson grounding into it. And the inning comes to an end. Genomes still way out in front of this one here. An 8-1 lead as we step aside on the Legends YouTube channel. Jimmy Paredes, the leadoff man in the inning for the Genomes. Paredes tonight has had a great game. He continues to be a catalyst for this Genomes team after being picked up a couple of weeks into the season. Cologne now in the game for the Legends to take over for Henry Owens. This one hit hard in the left field, and McDade, again filling in for Courtney Hawkins, able to make the catch. Now it's Moises Sierra, who struck out his last time at the plate, but Sierra had been on base all three times before then. He had been hit by a pitch, singled, and walked in a run. This one just does miss outside, and it's now 2-0. Cologne gets the sign. That one on the outside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike. Sierra popping one up into right field, and one right fielder will fly out to the other as Irvin makes the catch. That'll bring up Chris Shaw to the plate. Shaw back in that DH role this evening. A .288 average as Shaw bats against Cologne here this inning. Shaw from the left side of the plate. Hits a hard hit ball into right center. Boog Powell backing up, and this one is off the wall. Shaw will trot into second with a stand-up double, and with 2 outs away, the Genomes once again have a runner in scoring position. First pitch to Moore, taken on the inside. Ball 1. Want to know the count of the speedy Moore, who came in to replace the Felix PA in the last inning. Pitch is outside. 1 run, 5 hits, and an error for the Legends here tonight. As Cologne gets the sign from Swihart, and this one's fouled off back behind the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. An 8-1 lead for the Genomes here in the 8th inning. Legends just trying to keep it at a 7-run deficit and potentially give themselves a chance in the next half inning. That pitch outside, it's now 3-1. If Lexington cannot tie this game up, it'll be a 9-3 record for the Genomes in their first year in the ALPB in existence against their in-stadium counterpart. Here's a 3-1. That pitch outside, it'll walk Moore, and advancing up to third is Chris Shaw. Cologne 1 out away from getting out of this inning, but now you bring Duenes to the plate with an insurance run 90 feet away and already a 7-run deficit. First pitch coming inside. Duenes is able to dodge a bullet there as he takes one for ball 1. This one popped up and back out of play. This one grounded foul down the first base side. One ball, 2 strikes as Cologne looking to get out of this inning with 2 runners on for the Genomes and 2 down. Here's a pitch. It's going to be ripped into right field and a base hit and an RBI for Duenes. Rounding second and heading for third is Moore. Not going to have a chance to get him. And now another run coming across for the Genomes, making it 9-1 And Duenas replaces Moore at first, who replaces Shaw at third. Still runners at the corners for Anderson Miller. Pitch here in the left center field as McDade comes over. And one more run comes across. Legends down by 8. It's 9-1. Genomes with the lead. Lexington must plate 8 or the Genomes will continue to have their number, folks. We'll step aside and come right back. Appreciate you joining us here tonight on the Lexington Legends YouTube channel.
What's your guess? How many people were here?
Tejeda will lead things off for the Legends in their final effort of cutting into this deficit and making this thing a ball game. One ball, one strike to Tejeda. As Ross trying to close this thing out. Grounded hard down the first baseline. That one could be two. Tejeda will round first and head for second. Sierra will throw it in, and now nobody covering third. Tejeda thought about it, but then he'll head back to second. Might have had a chance there. Good piece of hitting by the Legends first baseman going opposite field. And now coming to the plate, Phillip Irvin, the right fielder. Irvin now a .218 average, just continues to struggle at the plate. So runner in scoring position, Legends down by 8. That's a good start. Ross will come home with a pitch on the inside corner, strike one. Tejeda will take his lead off of the bag at second. And a swing and a miss to make it 0-2. Swihart in the on-deck circle for Lexington as they bring up the heart of the order now. Ross Jr. the pitch, and it's outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Make it 2-2. If you're a Legends here, you really just kind of you need to be aggressive, but you also need base runners. So let's see what Irvin does at the plate as he bats with, again, Tejeda in scoring position. Here comes the pitch, and it's check swing, foul ball. Stay alive. Don't forget about the action tomorrow right back here at Wild Health Field. The Charleston Dirty Birds will come in to face off against the Legends. 3-game series starts tomorrow. Game number 1, a 6:35 start. Game number 2 on Saturday, also 6:35, and then a 2:05 start on Sunday. And then Steve Tressler will be back on the call with you for a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday 3-game series with the High Point Rockers here in town. And then Tom Gross once again will round out the weekend with the Revolution of York on June 10th, 11th, and 12th. There is absolutely a ton of baseball coming your way, folks, over the next few months. So get ready to get out of the ballpark, have some fun, bring the friends and family out, and cheer on your Legends or the Genomes. Rouse Jr. will get the sign, and that pitch outside. 2 balls, no strikes to Swihart. 1 down here in the inning with Tejeda, still in scoring position. Fans still hanging around for the final outs here. This one on the outside corner, now 2-1. Blake digs back in. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. A swing and a miss. Strike 2, and the count now even. Legends down to their final 4 strikes. Here's a pitch. Swung on and missed, and Swihart goes down swinging. 2 outs in the inning. That's the good news, Dave. Dave pointing out the Legends cannot ground into an inning double play, which has been their downfall tonight. 5 total, right, Hugh? 3, 6, or 3, 5, 4, 3, and 2, 6, 4, 3 double plays tonight. Tejeda still hanging out over at second after that leadoff double. A swing and a miss here by Cuevas. Cuevas takes one outside here as the count goes to a ball and a strike. Lexington and the Wild Health Genomes with the win tonight. The Genomes will go to 9-3 on the season versus the team they share the stadium with. A lot of bragging rights right now for the new team in the ALPB. This one's hit foul on the right field line. And Lexington down to their final strike. One and two, 2 outs. Ross Jr. will shake off the first pitch and agrees on the next call from Velo. The pitch is down and just missing at the knees. Two outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and a runner at second. Ross Jr. delivers, and a grounder over to first. Duenas will flip it over to his pitcher, who covers to end the ball game. Genomes 9, Legends 1. Genomes continue to have their way. What a ball game. Lexington jumped out to that early 1-0 lead. Scratch that. The Genomes jumped out to that early 1-0 lead. Legends were able to come back and tie it up in the top half of the second, but that was all they could muster. 1 run on 6 hits, 1 error. The Genomes make it a 3-1 lead in the bottom half of inning number 2, add 3 more in the 4th, 2 in the 7th, and 1 more in the 8th as they defeat the Legends 9-1. The Legends lost 4-2 the first 6-game series these two teams played against each other. In this 5-game series, the Genomes win 4-1. Now it's a 9-3 record for the Wild Health Genomes over the Legends this year. And folks, it'll be interesting to see how things shake out between now and the next time these two teams face off. As of right now, your defending Atlantic League champions at the bottom of their division. The Genomes just continue to travel upward in those standings. We appreciate you joining us, folks. A great crew once again. Marsh and the gang doing a tremendous job here, as always. Hugh, Dave, and the staff doing a tremendous job up here in the booth with us as well. You got a live look up here about an inning or so ago, and you could see everybody up here bringing you the coverage on the Lexington Legends YouTube channel. I'm Michael Watkins. Tom Gross will be back with you here tomorrow night, folks, so be sure to stay tuned for that. I'll see you the next time. I'll be around in about 10 days or so when I come back from vacation. Hope you enjoy your next week, and I'll see you when we come back on the Lexington Legends YouTube channel.